Good morning, everyone. I'm Tom Schmid. I'm here at the University of Texas at El Paso. I'm a professor of English in the English department here at UTEP, as we call it. Thank you very much for inviting us to do this video, to be a part of the Lithouses event. Really sorry that we can't be there in person. A little tough getting from El Paso to Grasmere sometimes, but we're certainly with you in spirit. And just for a little bit of quick context of how we got involved with the Reimagining Wordsworth project, starting in 2014, I began leading summer study abroad student trips from El Paso to Grasmere, to the Lake District, where we would hike among the hills and talk about Wordsworth's poetry, talk about the places that he talks about and connect them up, and also do about 3 days of immersion in the Wordsworth Trust Library. And so before I even say anything further, just great thanks to everybody at the Wordsworth Trust for the tremendous amount of instruction and help and kindness that they've showed us over the years. We've done this now about 5 or 6 times with them, and every year is unique. Every year is wonderful. We read letters, we look at manuscripts. This is a chance for my students here in El Paso, Texas, which is far on the West Texas border, right on the border with Mexico, a high desert environment. It's a chance for them, most of whom have never traveled abroad to Europe, to do the kind of archival work that we just simply can't do here at the library, here at UTEP. So this project also is funded by a $3 million grant from the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation. It's called the Humanities Collaborative at UTEP and El Paso Community College. It's a way to connect our 2 universities, El Paso Community College and University of Texas El Paso, to involve research student fellows, whom you see here with me, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves to you in just a second, to have them work on the project with us. And our project is based on the work we've done with the Wordsworth Trust and getting that work out actually to elementary school students, 5th grade elementary school students here in El Paso. So I'm going to allow my students, my wonderful student team here, to introduce themselves. And we're going to do a quick pan around the UTEP campus just so you can see it, and then we'll get into some of the activities that we actually do in the elementary schools. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mikhail Ataide. I'm in the Humanities Collaborative at EPCC, and my major is Biological Sciences.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Hernandez. I am an education major here at UTEP.
Hi, my name is Sarah Lord, and I'm an English and American Literature major at UTEP.
So this is our UTEP campus. This is shot from the very center of campus. It's known as Centennial Plaza. Our campus was inspired by Bhutanese architecture, and you're not seeing it in great light today, but it gives you a little sense of some of our buildings and some of what the center of campus looks like.
So now we'd like to show you some of the activities we've done with the students at Barron Elementary. Here we have a few of the boys holding up a trifold that I made of pictures that have accumulated from El Paso students taken in and around the Lake District.
One of the great ways in which we were able to introduce the students to Wordsworth was through the introductory video that Jeff and Poppy made for the kids. We showed them this video, and the students were very eager to record their own hello and send to Jeff.
2, 3.
Hi, Jeff from Barron Elementary in El Paso, Texas.
So one of the things that's been really valuable is using letters provided to us by the Wordsworth Trust, facsimiles of an 1810 letter by Mary Wordsworth and the very famous 1798 Goslar letter from William and Dorothy Wordsworth to their friend Samuel Taylor Coleridge, and having the students in groups work on various things that these letters help to show us. How letters are folded, how letters are written in an 18th or 19th century script, what kind of ink they used, and we also used this opportunity actually to make ink in the classroom. And then finally, I think what was most exciting for the students was actually being able to decipher the script of these letters, to find the bits of poetry in the Goslar letter, for instance, to find where Mary Wordsworth starts her letter, her love letter to William in 1810. And this provided a really great set of activities that we did, actually over a series of sessions with 2 different classes at Barron.
Of most vital interest to our project, of course, are the many ways in which Wordsworth's poetry can speak to young students who are an ocean and a continent apart from Dove Cottage and the Cumbrian hills and valleys he wrote about.
We stress three major aspects of Wordsworth work, all of which help our El Paso pupils to think about their own stories, their own lives, and the one human heart, as Wordsworth expressed it, that connects their experiences with others. First, the appreciation of natural beauty and the many ways natural landscapes help to structure Wordsworth's thought and feeling. Second, the importance of home and childhood experiences in the development of Wordsworth's mature self. And third, the close relationships with family members and friends that Wordsworth repeatedly celebrates in his poetry as defining aspects of his life and thought.
As we discuss Wordsworth's simple but profound creative nature, childhood, and human relationship with the students, we encourage them to write brief poems that picture for the readers the important people and places in their lives.
Dear Dove Cottage, hello from Barron Elementary, Paso, Texas. Right now, it's currently cold even though we live in the desert. Since new homes are being built, it's become more crowded in the Northeast. Hopefully I'll be able to meet you in person. I am a part of who made me. I am curious and smart. I am a part of where I grew up. I am a living piece of my culture. I am a little girl. I am myself and pride. I am independent. I am wonderful. I feel loud and proud. I feel joy with those I love. I feel sadness when I think of those who are gone. I feel the breeze blow in my face. I feel confused and worried. I feel cool and hot. I feel high and low. I feel what I want. I feel where the wind blows. I feel lonely yet accepted. I feel scared yet brave. I feel needy yet independent. I feel like myself.
Hi, I live in a house with 2 dogs and a cat. It's kind of like raining cats and dogs, but a lot less cats. My family is strict, so when Thanksgiving comes, my animals beg, so sometimes I take them outside and let them play and let them hide.
Feelings of New Zealand. The feeling of the damp grass between my fingers. The feeling of the mist hitting my face. The smell of the flowers every morning. The sound of the rain gently tapping on the sidewalks brings a smile to my face. New Zealand will always hold a place in my heart.
Ooh, wow.
And now just stamp right down in the middle of it and hold it. Hold it. So you don't have to press too hard. And now just rock it off.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're good. It'll come off. There you go, Doug. Nice.
Where's the top of the letter? Make sure your W is facing the right way when you do it, okay? Ready? When I'm done pouring it out. Okay, go for it. Okay. Nice. You want to take a picture holding it up for Sarah?
The students wrote their poems on legal-sized paper, which they then folded as a 19th century letter and sealed with wax, an activity they'll never forget. Each sealed letter was addressed to Jeff Cowton and will be sent to the Wordsworth Trust soon.
We love the idea that the children's poetic thoughts are inspired by William Wordsworth and the work that our UTEP and EPCC students do each year at the Trust, and that their poems find their way back to Dove Cottage, Wordsworth's famous home. Thank you again to everyone at the Wordsworth Trust and Lithouses, and best wishes from El Paso, Texas for a great conclusion to your conference.
Thank you! We want Wordsworth! We want Wordsworth! We want